He never fails to make me smile. We've been together for 7 years. He's the guy I've always dreamed about being with, and he's a very hard worker. Treats me like a princess. Not that I need to be, but he takes care of me.
We met at Skyline. I went there with a buddy of mine. We went and ordered our food, and she was the waitress.
When he was leaving, he actually left a note on the table, and I was like, oh, there's probably a tip in there. Well, little did I know it wasn't a tip, it was just his number. And that night I had texted him, and so a little conversation went on from that, but nothing ever led into anything until about 2 months later, and that's whenever he asked me to go out with him, and we went on our first date, I guess, per se, and from there, I guess, was history.
Love isn't easy, but it's worth the price. Love isn't easy, but it's worth a try. Love isn't easy, but it's worth the price you pay. It just takes a little if you do it right. Just takes a little bit of compromise. It just takes a little if you do it right away.
I guess the way that, from being around her family, I knew the way that she was raised. It was over the course of 6 years, I knew it was right.
Myself being very family oriented, it shows a lot in a person that stands so much for their family, and I've always wanted that for like my future kids and our family. They have a good family background, and I feel like I really found that in Matt.
It was my birthday. I said, why don't we go out to dinner for my birthday? Well, she made the reservations to the precinct. We went, we ate. I had already called the precinct, told them what was going on, so they knew.
We made it all through dinner. He wasn't acting weird or anything, so I had no idea. He was reaching in his pocket and acting kind of different at that moment, and he had stood up, we weren't ready to leave or anything, and he had stood up and got down on one knee, and I'm completely mortified at this moment. I'm get up, people are looking at us, and he had asked me to marry him, and so he got back in his chair and he was like, so is that a yeah? And so I told him yes, and that would probably be the best day of my life. This is the beginning of our lives together, and how excited we are to start a new life together and start a family and begin a new chapter.
I'll probably start crying, and I'll just realize how great of a person she is, and I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
And I'm lucky, and I don't know why. We got a good thing going, yes, a good thing going. And it's easy to start letting things slide. Let's keep a good thing going. We got a good thing going.
I want Matt to know that I will always love him in good times and in bad, and no matter if there's ups and downs, I'll always be there for him, and I can't wait to begin a new life together and start a family.
Tori, I love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.